Christy, where are we at?
Corvette Museum.
Yeah, baby. How about that? That's neat. Number 3. Ain't that neat? That is all right. Got it cut away. That is really cool. Look at that. That is really wild looking. Huh. 9.6. I like the electrical system. Very simple. Even a caveman could handle that one.
I couldn't imagine how wild this was.
Oh man, when they first come out with it, but you know, people are like, "Whoa!" You know, because you think of the cars that were available back then.
Corvette chassis number 3. This was the third chassis built on the 1971 Corvettes. This car is very interesting.
A British sports car.
Imagine how expensive it probably was to fly out.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You can pause it here if you want to read all that. Didn't expect to see MGs at a Corvette museum, I'll be honest with you. That I did not expect to see. Woo-wee. 54 horsepower. Car's worth a lot of money though. $25 raging horsepower. Motorama of 1953. Class car needs no frame. Hey, Christy, look at this thing. I never even heard of it. I've never even heard of it. I thought I'd heard of everything, but I ain't heard of that. It had a lot of room in it. I mean, that car had a ton of room in it. Ain't the prettiest thing, but it's really roomy. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. I thought you were getting a photo. Got right in the front of. Oh, you're fine. I didn't want to mess up your photo. HMS. Corvette. What's that name? That is just not the prettiest of cars, is it? That's $1.5 million it cost to make in our money. $1.5 million. Yeah, in our money.
$100K.
Yeah. in our money. That's interesting. So it would have been the American flag, but that's interesting to know, isn't it? Pause it if you want to read it. Here's the same 53, but with the whole body, with it being cut out. What's that?
Every time is like back in the day, every single day you're getting ready, you're putting on a suit and tie.
Oh God, yeah, you ain't kidding. It was miserable when I had to wear just a tie at work. I hated ties. Got the Thunderbird there, Matt. 55 Thunderbird.
Born in Belgium and raised in London, Duff had a rich and exciting life prior to joining the military. In the 50s, he was a chief engineer for the British race car war gallery. He competed at Le Mans for 4 years, winning his class in 1953 and 54 at Porsche, and ran qualifying events for the Indianapolis 500. When the Corvette was introduced in 1953, it made a tremendous impression on many Americans. Among these was Duntar, who was very
What's up with
enthusiastic
this
about
one?
General
Oh, the Entombed Corvette? What's that all about?
In the history of Corvette, there are a number of unique stories about various cars out there, but one early Corvette holds a very special and unique story. This is the famed Entombed Corvette. This car, of course, was purchased by a gentleman named Richard Sampson back in 1954, and his daughter Cynthia is still alive today. We had a chance to interview her about this car. Her dad bought this car in 1954. He loved cars and had an interest in Corvette, so he purchased it. But his wife didn't seem to like the car that much. And in 1959, he decided that if he couldn't enjoy the car with his wife, he wouldn't drive the car. Now, Mr. Sampson owned a chain of grocery stores out in the Brunswick, Maine area, and he was having a new one built. So he drove the car down to the grocery store construction site, handed it over to the construction crew, and said, "I want this car locked away in a tube in the building." They then proceeded to build a brick and mortar tube inside the grocery store.
Holy
The
cow.
only way to see the car inside of the tube was through a small 1 square foot window in the stock room, and also through a trap door that led down into the tube from an office above. There were 2 incandescent light bulbs that could be turned on with a switch inside the stock room to check on the car. Now, the car went into the tube in its original paint, original interior, original top. The top was up, the side curtains were in place, and that is the way it sat in the tube until the 1980s, when new owners purchased the land and grocery store and requested that the car be removed. Now, Mr. Sampson had passed away, so the car was actually given to Cynthia. She didn't know what to do with the car, so she took it with her to Daytona, Florida, where she lived. She had the sliding glass window removed from her living room in her house and actually had the car placed inside of her living room, essentially putting it into a new tube in Florida. It lived there for another 10 years before she decided to finally sell it, and it moved into private collector hands. It traded hands a few times. Of course, famously, many people will remember this car crossing the auction block at Barrett-Jackson. And the owners from that auction are the ones who would anonymously donate this car to the National Corvette Museum. The car has lived an interesting life. It
Wow.
only has 2,344 miles on the odometer,
They broke
and
it.
still to this day is retained in its original paint, interior, and top. And you may have noticed that the paint has a lot of maybe what you would call blisters, or some people call solvent pop on it. It's very common in the early Corvettes, 1953, 4, and 5, that this happened. They were building the fiberglass bodies and painting them so quickly that they didn't give the resin of the fiberglass a chance to off-gas. And what would happen is, after they painted the car, the off-gassing would continue, causing this blister appearance on the Corvette. Now this is in museum world what we would call an inherent vice of the vehicle. So this vehicle will actually be preserved with this topping intact. We've actually stabilized the paint to look just like this, and this is the way it will remain. Now some other interesting features of the car being so original, under the hood are some original inspection marks on the carburetor and the steering gearbox. And in the trunk, the original trunk mat, the original side curtain mat, the original side curtains, and all of the replacement hardware where that would have originally attached. This is truly a time capsule for the museum and for the Corvette world, and we are absolutely pleased and stunned.
That's wild. Really cool.
Even has a transmission. Even has a transmission.
Manual or automatic? Manual. Yeah, manual. Glad they do the cutaway. That's cool, ain't it? You will buy that. Re-education camp. Yeah, Dad said that when I watched Back to the Future the first time, I was like, they were running out there to gas it up and pump up. And he said, that's how it was. I was like, there ain't no way. He said, yeah, that's how it was. I was like, no.
You still can't pump your own gas
In Jersey, I know. Yeah, they don't trust them. That's Union State. They keep jobs for union guys. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? 73. I'm trying to get them all out. When I get at home, I'll read them all at home. Pause it. Ain't it? Come on, one. Better than that. I didn't know they built them in St. Louis. How about that? Learn something new. Moved to Kentucky. 1981. How about that? Well, how about that, huh? See? I learned something. I learned me something. I thought it was always built in Kentucky. I'm going to get in your way a second there, baby. Look, it's like a jacked up Corvette when you first glance. You don't see the body and the frame on the ground. Excuse me. That's a cool Roy Orbison. That's neat, ain't it?
Yeah.
I liked old Roy. He could really sing.
Did you?
Oh gosh,
He
he
was
could
my
sing
cousin.
so. You're kidding me.
I'm Guy Orbison. Yeah.
Are you messing with me? You're messing with
No,
me, ain't
I'm
you?
not.
Are you
You
serious?
see my
Let me shake
driver's
your hand.
license?
That's amazing. You believe that? Roy Orbison's cousin. My mom won't believe that. I always run into the craziest stuff wherever I go. I meet people. I'm 1,000 miles away, and I meet a neighbor or something. No way! That's incredible. What are the odds?
I know. Isn't that crazy? I
Were
knew
you about
had to
10
know.
years younger than him?
Oh no. He was my dad's age.
Oh, okay. So you're about 20 or 30 years younger.
His dad and my granddad were brothers, and so I'm second cousin.
That is awesome, man. I love it. Is this the first time you've been here to see it?
To the I've got 73.
Uh-huh.
And,
That is awesome.
I've always wanted to come here.
Me too.
One of
I
his
plan to
cars
just
was here.
meet you.
Yeah.
Shake the
He bought his dad a Corvette too.
Did he
his
really?
Dad's name was Orby.
Okay.
And his dad really liked it. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
It just, they ride so smooth, you know.
That's crazy, man. What are the odds of being Roy Orbison's cousin in front of Roy Orbison's car? I want to get a picture of you. I'm going to pause. What you named yours, Millie McGill?
No, that's the color of the paint.
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
Millie McGilly, that's the name? No way. And it's a what is
73, like this one. It's mine's a T-top.
And what color is Millie McGilly?
It's red.
It's red,
it's
okay.
more
Is it similar to that
Coca-Cola
one?
red.
Okay.
It's
That
more
is,
like a Coca-Cola red.
that is too
He
wild.
had more than one.
Oh, he did?
Corvettes, yeah. Through the
Did
years.
you actually get to have dinner and
No,
stuff
I
with him?
didn't
Mike?
know that well.
Didn't- okay. Yeah, because you were so much younger. Yeah.
My dad, you know, they grew up together, and so
Yeah.
knew him real well.
He was a good fella. I mean, from everything I've heard about him.
Yeah.
Hey, he died too young, though.
Oh, he did. He
Yeah.
was a
He was with the
hard
Traveling
life.
Wilburys and.
He helped start that.
Yeah. That's great. And you forgive me, was it Guy, Gus?
Guy.
Guy,
Yeah.
Guy Orbison. All right, I'm gonna go on. So good meeting you, my brother. God bless you. That's so awesome. Nobody believed me if you didn't have witnesses. That's crazy. That's so crazy. I do the craziest stuff though. You know? I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds? That's like 1 in 300
Matt and
million.
his mom danced to avoid the song already.
I know, and that's so cool. But to meet a cousin of Roy Orbison in front of Roy Orbison's Corvette, that's crazy.
Looking ahead, they had stored the car. He knew that if he wanted to really fulfill his last dream of Corvette, he had to quit. And that dream was to build a purpose-built Corvette that could compete.
That's just too wild.
All this happened.
That is too wild.
Can't really drive these in a setting like this. The clutch just doesn't work right. They have to be pushed up to about 50 to 60 mile an hour before they'll actually be able to go on their own. So we won't ever be able
All right, that's the end of part 1.